welcome back to another video in our tribulation series where we talk about different topics as young believers and how we overcome our trials and tribulations through our testimony. Tonight we'll be diving into 1 Samuel chapters 14 through 20. These chapters are highlighting some pivotal moments in the lives of Saul, Jonathan, and David. A story filled with trials, triumph, and unwavering faith and trust in God. So let's explore these lessons that we learned through God and how these can help us out in our experiences. First, we look at Jonathan's bold faith in 1 Samuel 14. Jonathan and his arm bearer trusted God's power to deliver Israel from the Philistines. Despite being outnumbered, they declared nothing can hinder the Lord from saving, whether by many or by few. So they had a lot of trust in God through their situation, and they knew that God was going to be there to give them the victory. And their victory was a result of their faith, intuition, and God intervening for them. So we got to understand that having bold faith can move mountains or move situations in our life that seem insurmountable for us. So trusting in God, even when things seem overwhelming, is always the best thing. Then we look in 1 Samuel 15, Saul rash decisions. Saul, God had gave him some commandments to completely destroy the Amalekites, but Saul disobeyed by sparing the king and keeping the best livestock. He thought he was doing the best thing, but his partial obedience led to God rejecting him as king. So what we have to learn from that, obedience is always better than a sacrifice. With him not following fully what God wanted in his instructions, that caused him to lose his blessings and to lose his role as a king. So now in Samuel 16, God is choosing David. David was anointed by God to be the future king, and God looked at his heart, not just his outward appearance. Because a lot of the times that's what Saul was put in that position because of how Samuel viewed his appearance. He stood out above everybody else. But God only weighs the heart. God sees the potential in others when we don't think a person is significant enough to have a role in God's kingdom. And that brings us to the battle that was fought between David and Goliath. And David's victory over Goliath is a demonstration of having deep faith in God. He declared, and that means David declared during the battle, like, I'm trusting in God. Despite me being young or despite me seeing inexperienced, I know that God is going to help me overcome this giant that I'm facing right now. So that gave him the confidence and the reassurance he needed to overcome that situation. And finally, guys, we look at the jealousy that Saul had. David was starting to become popular, and Saul became jealous of this because he was just carrying out God's will, but Saul lost God's favor. So that was our encouragement of the day. Hope you guys enjoy.